recap for us. Oh, I get to pick again? Sweet. Tekken.
We were going down the stairs of the celestial graveyard that we arrived at, and then Tortuga cast a spell to lead us to the door, and then it was like a number 888, even though we had 777. They tried opening it, but then the door was like, "Don't open the door," and it's like, "Well, we're gonna try to open the door," and then we couldn't open the door, and then we got attacked, and then there was these ghost thingies, and then one of them let us around for a bit after we beat the rest of them. And then there was a crypt thing with the Kid and Coup skeleton or something. And then we used it to revive Kid or something. And then we explored some more. And there was this dark elf lady or whatever. Um, and then she was all like super duper evil vibes, but we didn't attack her, and we just let Sex converse slash persuade slash seduce her, and he was all like, "Yeah, I'm Magpie." And it's like, "Ooh, ooh," and then got lured slash led to a room of gold, and it was all gold, and let's see, there was a there was there was a well with liquid, and Tortuga jumped in before realizing it was a one way, and also had poop in it or something. And
Okay.
I think some of that you added
Yeah,
yourself.
I don't
Oh, I
remember
thought it
that,
was a
but
waste bucket thing.
no.
Oh.
But I love that
Um,
you did.
um,
Never mind. Oh, I guess I'm misremembering that part. And then he shot out of the ending was at back at the place at the desk. Well, there's no desk reception, but the twin place with the twins or whatever. The entrance. And then Ali, and that's where we left off. I think we also found like another thingy, crypt thingy that had something else in it. Whatever, like, but yeah, whatever. That's what happened, and that's where we left off, and that's
My mind might be a little hazy on this, but I thought that Tortuga ran his way back in, and then you all took a long rest
Yeah.
in the that second floor. So not on that first floor, but y'all made it to the second floor where that lady on the throne is, and then a long rest was taken, and then we broke after that. I think.
yeah, and
I think
I told the twins that I'd try to get them back to the orphanage.
you did, and you also have the Waterstone and the Earthstone. So yeah, that's great. Um, you wake up after your long rest, and you're not quite sure what's going on, but you don't see Kit and Sax around. But you do see two strange looking puppets that look like Kit and Sax that are lying on the floor next to you.
All right, scoop them up and put them in a bag of holding.
I pick up the puppets and
Okay.
I play with them, saying, "Oh, Sax, you're my best friend. Oh, Kit, you're stupid." And then I smack Kit with Sax's puppet.
I
High priest. They made you high priest of a temple.
I know I'm just as confused as you are.
They did. They sure did.
But yeah, there are the stairs that are in that center. Let me check my notes. That center of the room. There was that other room, like Tekken so eloquently stated, that has the big pile of gold. There's also that altar that contained a lot of health potions on it.
Well, we agreed not to touch the gold, and so I guess we have to go down the stairs.
If that's what you all would like to do.
Yeah, I don't remember. I thought we were like on the right path or something, but I don't remember specifically.
Hmm.
So I guess we're going down the stairs.
Well, the stairs, the blah, blah. When you went downstairs, so you're on the second floor. You went downstairs on the main floor. Then you tried going downstairs from the main floor, and that's when you ended up at that door that wasn't quite opening. You heard stuff coming from behind. So you went back up to the second floor. So the stores in the middle of the room can take you to another floor. You know that's above you.
I guess we can try there.
Sounds like a plan.
I feel like I'm wandering around a mall without one of those like maps you are here thing. I don't know where we're going.
That's okay. I don't know where you're going either until you tell me. Um, I'll have to scan my maps in at some point and paste them for you all if we don't get past it. Why is my... Oh no, there it is. It's just really low. So yes, going to make your way upstairs. One more, which will put you on the third floor.
Sure, if that's somewhere we really haven't been yet, then let's explore there.
Sure. You all make your way upstairs, and you find yourself in a room. It's fairly empty, except for the stairwell in the center that you just came up through. You see that there is a door to the south, and you also see that there is a door to the east. So there's a small on the east. There's a small little hallway that ends with a door, and the south, right along the wall, there is a door.
Let's go to the hallway to the east.
Okay. You go to the hallway to the east, and you come upon a wooden door that doesn't appear to have any locks on it.
I will open the door.
You have opened the door, and you look into the room, and at quick glance, you can see straight to the other side of... I think so. I think. 35, 40. Yeah, you can see to the other side of the room, which also has, again, on the east side of this room, there is a smallish corridor with another door on that side. And the room itself, are you all going to wander into it?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm going to avoid the middle of the room and try to stick to the walls.
Okay.
Not for any good reason, just to trick Tortuga into doing it.
Okay.
I do
So-
it.
You all is Tekken following?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very sneaky turtle.
You are. Are you rolling for stealth, Tortuga?
I believe I will.
Okay. Nice. Gur wanders into this room stealthily, sticking towards the wall. Tekken wanders in afterwards, and using all of his martial art ways, manages to be quiet. Tortuga wanders in, clanging and yelling. I don't know. What are you yelling about, Tortuga?
I don't know. 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 I don't know
Just the overall stuffiness of the room, how it's up high, just
Mm.
really hot.
Gotcha. So Tortuga wanders in, complaining about the room. Nothing happens from the noise, but you do notice in the middle of the room there's a table, and you notice at the north end of this room is a very large mirror.
I sneak over to the mirror and
Okay.
peek in it.
Tortuga, you look into the mirror.
Peek into the mirror. Peek. Just kind of,
Peek.
just kind
Quick,
of,
quick little peek.
just a little peeky, little peeky poo.
Okay. You look into the mirror and you see the room that you all are standing in. Give a quick little peeky poo. And you see on the table there are 3 little items, actually, looking into the mirror. 4 items, actually. You see at one end of the table there is a smallish replica, actually, of Kit's broom. It's a small little broom and it's pretty bedazzled. At another corner of the table, you see a very familiar miniature version of a lyre, Sax's favorite lyre. At another corner of the table, you notice a sword that looks familiar with an eye on it, and you recognize this as Guraz, their sword. At the other corner, you notice that there is a small carving of what looks like Tekken's fists. You know this because it looks like the fist has been carved to make it look like it's punching down onto the table. And then in the center of that table in the room, or in the mirror, you actually see the a key similar to the water and the stone key, but this one you believe is for fire.
Are these objects really on the table, or are they in the mirror of the table?
Great question. One moment while I turn my alarm off. Gar asks a very, very good question. You look at the table in the room and it is empty. You look at the table in the mirror and the items are there. Other than that, everything else is reflected perfectly. You move around in the room, you can see yourself in the mirror. But those items that are on the table in the mirror are not actually on the table in the room you're in.
So we're looking for the Firestone, correct?
That would probably be the best course of action next, yes.
I'm going to guess that there are 5 elemental stones for some reason.
Probably a good guess. As you all are looking at the mirror, you hear a click coming from the direction of the door that you came in from, and when you look back, you notice the door is no longer there.
Eh. That's a later problem. um, well, we somehow need to get the objects out of the reflection, and from past experience, breaking the mirror is probably a bad idea.
What
Probably,
if?
but hilarious.
What if we set the whole room on fire?
Again, they made you high priest of a temple.
Y'all are fantastic.
Is there some sort of like administrator actually doing the running the temple, and you're just a figurehead,
I
like a
mean,
celebrity?
I hired a very nice, sweet old lady named Berta, and she does most of the administration processes. I just take care of the kids and buy them presents.
So you're Santa?
Or maybe Santa's Tortuga.
Excuse me. Wait, did you say maybe Santa is Tortuga?
Why would I say that?
Hmm. Yeah. Good question. Don't know.
Okay, so if I look in the mirror, can
Mhm.
I use my reflection to try to grab the key from the middle?
You go to reach. Wait, so you're looking at the reflection. You're trying to move your hand onto the table where the item would be.
Yes,
Okay.
so that my
You
reflection picks it up.
Gotcha. You swipe your hand through the table, and in the reflection, it looks like you're picking it up. Well, doesn't look like you pick it up. Your hand just kind of passes through the item in the reflection. So your reflection does go towards it. Looks like you're grabbing it, but there's really nothing that you gain purchase on.
Um, I go and try to lift the table.
You pick the table up, and the
I
so
want.
how do you pick the table up?
Well, let me rephrase that. I don't want to pick the table up. I want to move the table closer to the mirror.
Okay. You move the table closer to the mirror, and the items that are on. So in the reflection in the mirror, the table does move closer towards you all, and the items that are on the table stay with the table.
I push the table all the way up to the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't. I lift up one side of the table so that the objects fall into the mirror.
As you go to, hmm, as you lift the table, you're attempting to make the items fall into the mirror, I assume. The items seem pretty solid stuck on the table in the mirror. They are not moving anywhere. I assume you're giving a small little uh, what's the word? Angle to the table.
I'm jostling the table just a little bit.
Ah, you're jostling the table. Okay. As you jostle the table a little bit, you see the items shift slightly on the table in the mirror.
I shake the table like a pinball player on his last quarter.
All the items fall off the table onto the floor in the mirror. And for funsies, can everyone give me a perception check?
Oh yeah.
uh, Tekken. Uh, that's good. We'll get back to that later.
Okay, Matt.
Can I grab my sword figurine? Maybe I can interact with that.
Off the floor.
Yeah.
You reach down to where it looks like it is on the floor, but same thing. Nothing appears to move when you move your hand around.
Um, I want to lick the mirror.
Okay. It tastes like a mirror. You have left an imprint of your tongue on the mirror.
Okay. Um, I would like to manifest an echo and see if my echo can move things in the reflection.
Okay. You manifest your echo, and your echo reaches down, and what's it going for?
Um, first the key and then the sword icon if that doesn't work.
Okay. Its hand moves straight through the key. When it gets to the sword, you're strangely enough, it looks like you are picking in the mirror. It looks like you are picking the sword up.
Oh. Now that the echo has the sword, does the key still pass through?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I try to get the sword out of the mirror?
How would you like to go about that?
Have the reflection of my echo pass it to my echo?
Okay. You try to do that, and your echo goes to reach towards the mirror, and the echo in the I know we'll call it the mirror verse. I don't know a better term. In the reflection, that's probably a good term. In the reflection, both of them move their hand towards it, but there's a very obvious thunk, and it kind of stops there. Nothing is going through that mirror.
What was on the table for me? I can't remember.
Nothing.
Nothing was on the table for you.
That's just more proof that we should set the whole room on fire.
I mean, that said, it is the fire key, so
Do you have a fire spell that would not set the whole room on fire?
I get out my lighter. I light my lighter, and I use control flames to set the table on fire.
the table is on fire. It doesn't look like it's burning or taking any damage, but it is definitely on fire.
I use control flames to send the fire to the mirror.
The border of the mirror, the frame of the mirror, catches fire.
Is there anything else in the room?
Well, there's the
Mm,
reflection of the key and the little
mhm.
icons.
So the little icons are on the floor. The key is on the floor. The table in both the real world and the reflection is on fire. And in your world, your current reality, the frame of the mirror is on fire. There is also a door, as I'd mentioned, to your east, which you haven't set on fire yet.
Make the fire go to where the fire key is.
Okay. So you make the fire go to where the fire key is. And the fire key actually appears back in the center of the table in the reflection, but otherwise, no change.
So it's in the middle of the fire.
In the real world, just fire. In the reflection, the key is currently there.
Can you try to move it now that it's on fire?
I try to move it with control flames now that it's on fire.
So as you use your control flames, as you move the flame along the table, the key moves along the table in the reflection.
Well, this is progress.
Should I try to like throw the key at the mirror to see if it comes through?
We need it out of the mirror somehow, so
I throw the key at the mirror using control flames, like a little jet engine, like
You throw the key. Okay.
a little
You
jet comes out of the back of it.
a little jet comes out the back. Okay, so you've created a tiny little. The key goes flying off the table, smashes into the mirror, falls on the ground, still in the reflection, but the mirror starting to crack. So looks like the mirror has taken some damage.
Tortuga pulls out his handy dandy duct tape.
sometimes breaking a mirror is the way to solve it. Maybe from that end, right? So we don't break the mirror, but you break it from the other side.
Mm-hmm. So maybe only your reflection has 7 years of bad luck.
I make a little jet engine come out of the back of the key again.
Okay.
Can I do all this while readying fireball just in case?
Certainly.
You don't really need to ready fireball.
In that case, I'm just gonna like ready an attack. Maybe just like a hammer or something. And I'm gonna cause the jet to go through the mirror once more.
So you're readying fireball and you're making the key go flying towards the mirror again with a tiny little jet engine.
Yes.
Okay.
Except this time it is a super huge jet engine, as much as 5 foot long.
Okay. It smashes into the mirror. The mirror cracks, breaks, falls to the ground in pieces. You don't see a key anywhere. Yeah. Mirror's broken on the ground.
Tortuga gets out the handy dandy duct tape.
Okay. I was waiting for more.
And duct tapes the mirror back together.
Oh.
From the back, you know.
Can
Survival?
Yeah. Give me a survival check.
I want to use. I want to use lucky.
Okay. I like that first roll. Okay, so you tape the mirror back together. Kind of hard to see the mirror because there's a lot of pieces and you've used duct tape, which I'm assuming is not clear.
I did it from the back. You know.
Oh, okay. So you taped it from the back and then you stuck the mirror back up. Okay. So the mirror's cracked. Things look a little weird in the reflection, but for the most part, everything looks okay. It's as if you've done something like this before many times.
It happens.
You want to look at the door and try to come back to this, or fireball the whole room? I don't know.
That's a dangerous thing to ask Tortuga.
How big is the room?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 by 30.
You don't say.
I'm gonna go to the door.
Hey, Tekken, why don't you join him by the door?
Okie dokie.
Open the door and exit the room.
Yeah,
Okay.
Me too.
Both of you do that. Uh,
I fireball the room while casting Sacred Flame, and Control Flame to make it bigger.
okay.
And
This is why you never have any spell slots left.
Word of Radiance and Control Flames and Sacred Flames and
I think
So
you only
you're
can
using
cast
Word of
one at a
Radiance.
time.
You're no, you're not in combat. I'm gonna let them cast them just one after the other. Um, so you first cast Fireball, and then you're casting Sacred Flame, and then you're casting. Or sorry. So Fireball followed by Word of Radiance followed by Sacred Flame. Did I hear? Did I get that right?
yes.
Okay. Um, the whole room catches fire. The table appears while it is completely engulfed in flame, as is most of the room. The table doesn't appear to be taking any damage. The mirror, however, the frame around the mirror is burning up. The duct tape on the mirror has just disintegrated, and the mirror itself is in pieces on the floor again. Um, Gur and Tekken, you all have already gone through the door.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you
Whatever's
walk.
there is better than this. Yeah.
You all walk through the door, and in the center of the room is quite a large creature that is chained to the ground, and they have a blindfold. Um, and as soon as you walk in, it lets out a very loud voice of "No, not again!" and it breaks through the chains actually as wings sprout, open, unravel from its back. Uh, it's flailing around a little bit. You can tell that it's got this blindfold on that it seems to try to be taking off, but does not succeed. It looks, as far as you can tell, in your general direction. Looks just like this, and then it whistles.
Oh, he looks friendly.
Oh, it's very friendly. And as he whistles, um, so in this room, you can also see also on the east side of the room, there's a wall that looks to have a little depression in it. And coming from that side, a door opens up, and yeah, do. Three what looks sort of like a unicorn, but not quite, come running in, rushing uh, to the aid of this thing in the center of the room. And Tortuga, you're still on the other side of the door, so you just kind of hear a booming voice. And if yeah, so it points a finger um, at both. Well, again, in the general direction of where you guys came from. You two came from. Can you all give me a Constitution save, please?
Constitution save.
Okay. So, as it points, you hear a buzzing that gets louder and louder and louder, and you're not sure exactly what it is until a bunch of locusts actually manifest in the room. And they manifest around, right around the area where you all are. So first things first, I'm the realist. No. A little roly roll here. Boink. You take 24 piercing damage as these bugs descend upon you. Actually, you take half of that. So instead of 24, you would take 12. Tekken, you normally would take half of that, but your great monkness makes it so you take nothing. The area around, however, it's lightly obscuring, so it's a little hard to see through. And the area you're in is currently considered difficult terrain, which essentially is having all your movement. And now, if everyone could just roll for initiative for me. These things are bent on attacking you. Grr.
Damn, I was gonna like say something and then like I lost my train of thought. I was like, and then just gone.
That's okay. If it comes to you later, we can retcon that you said it at the time.
Wait, so was the thing me and Gur were like saving from the fireball that Tortuga did or something else?
The save you made just now,
Yeah.
Locust attack.
Oh.
it was Locust, yes.
Locust.
This is Gur at 19. Gur is at 19. Tekken! And just for funsies, Tortuga, can you give me a roll as well? Initiative, please. Well, not just for funsies. I mean, technically. Oh, nice!
Wow.
That is amazing.
I mean, that makes sense since I'm in another room, but I mean, that hurts a little bit.
Hilarious for me, yes. Hurts for you, definitely. So, yeah. After that happens, first up, we have Gur. Gur, there is that big winged angel, strange-looking angel in the center of the room that casts this plague upon you. And there are 3 of those unicorn-looking things. One to the left, one to the right, and one actually in front of it.
I guess I'm going to go right up the middle and
Cool
attack.
deal. So you're going after one of the unicornicorns?
Yes.
Nice. Go ahead. A 30 will hit. For 15 damage.
So I'm first, so no allies, so I'll just attack again.
That will definitely hit. And that'll get you also an additional 6 damage on top of that. So that's going to be 18 damage. 22 damage. Nicely done.
And then I will just use my scimitar. 14's kind of low.
Yeah, it's not going to hit.
Okay.
It's actually a 1, but
Yeah, well, that was my scimitar, so I guess I am.
yeah, you can give yourself your. You have to make the same roll against yourself, don't you? 15 con throw.
Yeah. Still get advantage. Nope.
So you are now considered restrained, and then you
Yep.
have 2 more times to do this. You have one more,
Mhm.
and then after that, you become a statue.
Yay. All right, well, that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, we have Tekken. Tekken, you see Gur go up and start attacking the unicorn thing in the center. You see them fumble a little bit, and they start to look a little slow, as if their joints are starting to seize up on them. What would you like to do?
Guess I'll go and attack the thing they just attacked.
Okay. The one in the center. So you run up right to or right next to where Gur is, and you start attacking. That'll hit.
Alright, spin in the key point.
Oh wow. 20 plus 10. Jeez, so that's 30 damage, 43 damage.
Time.
That will not hit.
Oh.
That will hit. Go
Okay.
forward. 43 damage.
That's my turn.
43. 54. That is a nice amount of damage. 54 damage. As you hit, this looks like it falters a little bit. You can tell that a good amount of damage has been done to it so far. The one that is on the right notices. It's actually going to first try to hit you. So it rears up on its back 2 legs and tries to smack you, Tekken, with its hooves. Does a 19 hit you?
Did you just say doesn't 19 hit me?
Yeah, what's your armor class?
I don't know.
Ha! So, if you look at your character sheet, I assume you have your character.
I got the app thingy.
Okay,
I
perfect.
can go to it.
Yeah. So at the very top of your character sheet,
Oh,
next to it,
18 is my armor class.
yeah, which means this hits you. So it smacks you, and you take 10 damage, and then the other hoof comes through. And surprisingly, I got a 19 again for another 10 damage. So far, that is 20 damage. And then after it hits you with those 2 hooves, it tries to use its horn to gore you.
Oh my.
And this time it misses. So that is a total of 20 damage that you take. This first one. next up, we have the one which you dealt a good bit of damage. Well, between you and Gur, both dealt a good bit of damage to. It actually turns towards the creature, the angel, behind it, and you see a little sparkle kind of fly out of its horn. And the angel starts to have a little shine. You're not exactly sure what's happening, but might find out in a bit. Next up, we have the last one of these unicorns. And it right behind, actually. It makes a little whinny, and right behind where you and where Gur and Tekken are, both of you. You actually think you may have seen something like this before. A large spectral-looking angel appears, holding a sword and shield. And yeah, that is that one. Next up is the large angel. And it reaches forward and touches the unicorn-looking thing that was damaged. And you've seen energy like this before as well, and it looks like a wave of healing comes out of its hand. And you see that the center... Whoops. Wrong direction. You see that the unicorn is looking a little bit better, as if it has been healed a bit. And next up, Tortuga, you are currently in a flaming room.
With marshmallows.
Oh, you've been eating. Nice. You hear a lot of noise coming from the room where your party members currently are. What would you like to do?
Burst into the room.
Okay. You burst straight into the room with a ha-ha!
Very
And-
dramatically.
Very dramatically. And you see that there is something that looks very similar to your guardians before. Can you give me a dexterity save? Okie doke. You take 20 radiant damage as this spectral guardian turns towards you as you enter, and it slashes its sword towards you. But still your turn. So you have moved. What else would you like to do?
I see the giant angel in the middle of the room, and I want to shout out in Celestial, "Who are you, and why are you attacking us?"
Question. So, in Celestial, it responds that it was this area that you're in, the whole building, once was looked over by the Celestials, but a group of, well, he's not quite sure what, came in and actually managed to overthrow and chain up him away. And every time someone has entered through that door, they have come in to try to hurt him. And he had had enough this time when the door opened up. He decided it was time to try and fight back.
Can I still make movement?
Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You have managed to walk pretty much like right into the room. You have 30 feet, right?
Yeah, can I make it over to the angel?
Not on this round, no.
Alright, then in that case, I want to shout out, I am the High Priest of Helm.
Oh, also, before I forget, gonna need you to make a Constitution save. Okay. So as you walk into the room, you also notice that there are a lot of locusts around, with a loud buzzing. And when you walk in, they sting you for 20 damage. So you mention that you are the High Priest of Helm, and it responds back, "What does this mean to me?"
If you truly are under guard here, then I will set you free. If you be well, celestials are always good, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yes, I will set you free. If you are who you say you are.
He responds that he has not managed himself to escape. How do you plan on accomplishing this?
My name is Reverend Tortuga Brightburn, bringer of the flame of the snouts of Omar. This shall be done.
Go ahead and give me a. Gosh, your Tortuga, I want to make you roll deception, but that's not right. Give me a persuasion check.
Lucky. Inspiration. Something.
So you've used one lucky, you're about to use another. So yeah, use your.
Inspiration? Inspiration?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
It hears you. And one moment. Here.
My gosh, I have a +6. I should have. I think I made the right choice choosing the lucky feat.
Lucky has helped you out a lot.
My rolls suck.
Lastly, I wanted once flat. There we go. Okay. It thinks for a moment, and it lets out a loud, booming voice that says, "Stand down." And the three unicorn-looking things all of a sudden just vanish. And he stands there and sticks his sword into the ground and says, "What are the next steps?" He no longer attacks you, and the locust swarm that was in there, the buzzing ends and they vanish. The spectral guardian that was there goes away.
Do you want me to make con saves now?
Yeah, you can do that real quick. Just give me 2.
Advantage. Oh. Whew, I made one.
Yeah.
did not make one. It's 2.
That's success, right? That means that you're all good.
I need 3 successes, so now I'm at 2 and 2. So this one, yay!
Ooh, not only did you do that, but you also got a very good success on that one. Make a note that you rolled a nat 20, and we'll get back to that at a later point. Yeah. So, all good.
Can I look around and see what's holding the angel in place?
Yes. You see that there are chains that are holding it in place that have, well,
Locks? Are there locks?
there are indeed locks. Some
I would
very
like to.
interesting ones that you've not seen before.
I would like to try to pick the locks.
Okay. Hold on one moment, excuse me.
I pat the angel on the back and say, "Don't worry, my dude. My pal
He
has
looks
done
at you
this
and says,
before."
"Please do not touch me." So, you two pick the but you hear a click, and as the lock is picked, it feels like it has slightly adjusted itself. So the lock itself is not has not been unlocked.
The locks are magic, sorry.
That said, you notice that there's some writing that's on the chains, and the chains have runes on them, and you recall that those actually match some item that you've picked up before. That you, Gur, very specifically have come into possession of.
Okay. Is it my skeleton key? Is it my changing key?
It is. It is actually your skeleton key.
I would like to use my skeleton key to unlock these locks.
Awesome. So go ahead and give me another sleight of hand check, please. Which I shouldn't even have you roll anymore, but sometimes there's a chance for a 1, you know? You go to use the skeleton key, and you hear a click, and one of the chains falls away. And you feel like there's a slight tug at your life force as you do, but you feel like you resisted, at least this time. There's another chain, and you use your lock on that. And same thing, you hear a click, the chains fall away, and you feel, again, like there's a tug, but don't feel like there's any damage. Nothing feels like it's different, as far as you can tell. So, yes, the angel actually looks around and stands up to his full height, and you realize that he's a pretty big dude. What you might consider to be large, as far as it's towering over Tortuga. And he rubs his wrists where the chains were. And looks and says, It appears that you are true to your word, Tortuga of the Flame."
What?
And then he looks over to you, Gur, and nods his head and says, "Thank you for letting me go."
You're welcome.
I believe you may find this useful. And he reaches into his pouch and he pulls out a. He notices the sword that you have, and he says, "This looks familiar." And he hands you a little token, small replica of your sword. And then he mentions, "Thank you. I am going to be on my way now."
Hey, before you go on your way now,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed you do the Healy thing.
Yes.
May you feel bad enough for what you've done for those who have helped you to do the Healy thing to us as well.
I think I can do that. He reaches forward and places a hand on Gur and Tortuga's shoulders, and both of you heal for 30 hit points. And then he looks towards Tekken and says, "Are you in need of aid?"
I sure am.
He reaches forward and same thing. You feel 30 hit points.
Oh yeah.
Regain.
What was your name, sir?
He looks. "I do not recall. It appears I have some more in-depth healing I must go find. I will not forget your name, however." And then he looks over to Gur and says, "And you?"
I am Gur.
"Ah, interesting name. Short, to the point. Like it. Shall not forget you either." And then he looks over to Tekken. "I feel like we may meet again." And with that, there is a very loud boom, and he's gone. You see in the room you're in that there is a set of double doors to the south, and there is a wall. Well, you remember the weird unicorns came from the wall to the east.
So, how'd the fire go?
Roasty Toasty.
Did the key come out?
What key?
The the little triangular thing with the fire symbol on it?
Oh yeah, no, it didn't come out, and I killed everything in there. The mirror is shattered again. The table is just on fire. It didn't burn up or anything. It's just on fire. It's kind of cool. I kind of want to take the table with me.
So fire was not the answer?
I'm getting very disappointed with how little the fire is actually the answer.
Hmm. We'll just call that growth and move on. Um, so the strange unicorn creatures came over there, and there's a door down there. Which one do you want to
There's.
go?
Sorry, go ahead.
Which one do you want to go through? Either Tekken or Tortuga, speak up.
Uh. Sorry.
Maybe the cardiologist.
This is a question to you. That's
I had an answer, but then I. Yeah.
Maybe when you start thinking about something you want to say, write it down.
should
And
this
then-
be an early night? If
Let's go that way.
I'm perfectly okay if people are distracted and we want to just call it and try again. But I am. Go
Go
ahead.
through the door. Go through the door,
Which door? The south door or the east door?
the east door.
Okay.
All right, we'll go through the east door.
You go over to the door at the east and you realize there is no knob and no way to open it from this side.
Oh,
Well, that makes things easier.
I smash it with my hammer.
Give me a strength check. Mind you only have one use of lucky right now.
All right, that's a save. Hold on.
Give me a damage roll with your hammer.
All right, that was a save.
Oh.
It's still a roll.
Well, the thing that
Oh, that didn't help at all. Never mind.
that's fantastic. Yeah, give me a damage roll. Tortuga, you take 12 bludgeoning damage as the hammer bounces off of the door and smacks you in the head.
Dang it.
Is there a doorknob or handle on the southern door?
Yes!
Let's go through the southern door.
Let's go through the southern door.
Oh gosh, tonight's fantastic. Every night's fantastic. Tonight, just the fact that Tekken keeps. Yeah. So. You go through the southern door. As soon as you open those doors, you actually see what we would. I don't know. Have any of your this is more out of character questions, which you are free to answer. Have any of your characters seen or heard of Drow before?
maybe.
You mean other than the one we just met?
Yes.
Yes, Gur has heard stories and seen them.
Okay.
Tortuga
So-
read about it in a book a long time ago and has a vague memory, but not much.
Okay.
That
So.
applies to almost everything.
That's hilarious. You peek in and you see what looks like drow. They haven't noticed you yet, but it looks like about 5 drow that are all talking amongst themselves. And yeah. As soon as you open the door and the click is heard, they look up and see you.
Oh dear.
And there is, because it is a double door, it's pretty open. And they look and notice the angel is gone. And they say, "Where has the prisoner gone to?
Uh-oh.
And also, who the hell are you?"
Tortuga.
Girl,
And-
what's your deception skill? Just curious.
Are you talking to me? Because my deception skill is as high as I want it to be.
Oh no, I'm asking. I'm asking JCP what his deception bonus is.
+9.
Oh, you go ahead and take care of this one. I'm just gonna.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
This is the Reverend Tortuga Brightbird, bringer of the flame. He has freed your prisoner and now will destroy you.
I make a fireball when I hear this and just ready it.
Okay, can you give me a deception check? You know, it doesn't matter because your skill's going to turn out the same. Let's make a deception check anyway.
So that's like a 19.
19? Okay. They look at you and say, you say the large shelled one released the prisoner?
Yes. With his holy flame.
We, and they all start speaking in unison as they're looking at you, fear him far less than we fear the matron. And one of them holds their hand up, and a spear appears, and it hurls its spear towards you, Tortuga. Ooh, I rolled a nat 20. So oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so as the spear pierces, supposed to be didn't work out.
Warding flare.
You know what? Sure, I'll allow it. I'll roll one more time. You're lucky. You move out of the way just in time, realizing if this spear had hit you, it probably would have meant a very swift end. Everybody roll for initiative, please. Why is everybody that is not here in my encounter when I have hidden them from the encounter? No Tekken. Or not no Tekken, no Sax. Sax and Tekken are the same in my head because they're a group. And Sax tells the world of Tekken, and then Tekken does all the damaging stuff so that together. Okay. That's better. Much better. We have a Tortuga with a 17. A Tekken with a 12. And a Gur with a... Oh, wow, both of y'all rolled the same. And then I'm gonna roll... Oh, no. Come on. It doesn't matter. Okay, cool deal.
How big's
So,
the room?
the... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10. 50 wide by 35 long.
Okay.
Do 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 do. So first up, well, Tortuga narrowly avoided that first one. Second, another one. Or well, the first spear misses. but it manages to make a second one and hurl it towards you. And it does not hit you. Lastly, it's points a finger. Yeah.
And says, "Oh, you're that Tortuga," and runs away.
No, it after those spears hit, it makes a motion with its hand, and you see a symbol. All of you actually see a symbol in the sky. Can all three of you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Wait. Oh, my bad.
Nope, you're good. Okay. Gur, you look around and you manage. You almost think that you may have seen something like this before, so you manage to avert your eyes in time. But unfortunately, Tortuga likes shiny things, and Tekken just wasn't able to look away in time. Both Tortuga and Tekken seem like they suddenly just got knocked out. They are currently asleep.
I want to use my my diamond soul to redo that one.
Oh, totally.
Wisdom
I will
save.
note though, make
Oh.
that save with. Okay, that works either way.
I guess I want to use my last lucky if I can.
Yes. However, when you make this roll, you find you have disadvantage.
Oh. Oh. Never mind then.
So yes, you can use your last lucky, but you make it with disadvantage.
Cool.
Worked for you either way. You managed to not be asleep, but Tekken unfortunately is still knocked out. And luckily for you, Tortuga, it is your turn.
I pull out my wand of fireball and cast 9th level fireball at all of them.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. But
That's a dex of 19.
a dexterity of 19. Hey, make it for half damage. 54. Okay, cool. So they take 26? Yeah, 26. 26.
And I cast spiritual weapon at the one that threw the spear at me.
27. Okay, let me do this damage first. Yeah, 22 will hit. So, you deal 10 damage. You deal 10 damage to it, and suddenly it vanishes. Next up, is that all you are doing, Tortuga? Next up, we have Gur. Gur, you see that one of them has vanished after it got hit by Tortuga. You see that Tekken is not asleep, but incapacitated, kind of just standing there staring at that symbol that's in the sky. And you see that there are 3 of these drow remaining. If you'd like to.
Well, I guess I will attack one of them.
Okay.
So one vanished, and then there's now 3?
3 remaining, yep.
Okay. Sorry, I checked my notes. I thought there were 5. There were only 4.
You're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
I may have said 5, but I also
okay.
realized that there is only 3 of you, so.
I had a different plan if both of them fell asleep, so
Was it run away very quickly?
it was turn invisible and run away, yeah.
A 20 will hit.
And cold. And attack again.
Damage. That'll hit. 13.
Cold.
16.
And then I guess
Okay. Go ahead and give me the damage roll.
$11.
Okay. So, when you attack this one, you see that the eye actually flashes. And this drow starts looking like it's moving slowly. You can cross off that 20 I told you to make a, if you'd like to use it now. I will give you 1 free, automatically starts its, turning to stone, if you would so like to use it.
Sure.
Cool deal. So it has to make a DC 15. It does not. It starts moving slowly. It also takes 11 damage. And with that, it also vanishes. Next up, we have Tekken, who's all, pretty light. So, suddenly, Tortuga, from behind you, one of those shadowy spears actually flies forward and hits you. And you take 8 piercing damage as it hits you, and 26 necrotic damage. As it pierces through, you actually feel your insides kind of melt. Just a little bit. And you realize this was the first one that attacked you. It has now appeared behind you and chucked one of its spears at you. And now it's going to try to attack you again, and it hits again for another 8 piercing damage, followed by 26 necrotic damage, for a total of 68 damage.
68?
68.
Yeah, I'm hurting a little bit.
The next one appears behind Tekken and chucks a spear. and hits. In Tekken, you take 8 piercing damage, and as the spear passes through, you feel the same kind of necrotic pull, and you take 26 necrotic damage. And it chucks another spear. Then, after this, it points a finger at Gur. He pew pew pew. You're used to seeing some people do something similar to this, and it looks like little miniature versions of these spears as they kind of fly out of its fingers. One hit, hit. That'll hit. Man, my rolls are on fire today. Maybe that's because the room is still. And as these, wow, did Gur get lucky? As these little mini versions of these spears hit you, you take 11 force damage.
Okay.
How much damage did I take?
You took 8 piercing, followed by 26 necrotic.
Okay. Oh, so I didn't take the 68 damage?
No, that was Tortuga. It missed its second attack.
Okay, I was like, oh.
Also,
Holy crap.
as soon as you got hit by this, you feel you're no longer distracted by the shiny symbol in the sky. This next one. So
Wait,
there
how
are the
much
4.
was it again? I didn't get to put it in. Because I had to like take off. I put back
You're
what I
good. You're
took
good.
off the first time.
You're good. It was 8 piercing damage, followed by 26 necrotic.
Okay.
This next one chucks 2 more spears towards Tekken. Chuck. First one does not hit. The second one hits, and you take another 8 piercing plus 26 necrotic. And then it points a finger towards Gur. Really like to see him do this with Gur. And pew pew pew! 1. And 2. And 3. And Gur, you take 15 force damage.
Okay.
Last up is this 4th one. It manifests 2 spears and chucks them towards Tortuga.
Oh no.
It misses the first one. It hits with the second. Tortuga, you take 8 piercing damage, followed by 26 necrotic damage. And then...
Tortuga is at 7.
Ah. Then... Okay. It reaches out, actually. Places a hand. Nah, it doesn't. Yeah, so it reaches out, and you start hearing a crackling around the air, and then a zap towards you, Tortuga. And a bolt of lightning crackles out of its fingertips and hits you. And okay. And then
Is there a save?
with this, there is not. This is just an attack on my end. Tortuga, you take 26 lightning damage.
Oh dang! Tortuga down.
And you feel this cackle, crackling through your body. And luckily,
Quick,
their
get the
turns are
cleric.
over. Next up, we have, hey, it's Tortuga. It's Tortuga. Can you give me a death save? Uh-oh. That's one death. Not one death. I'm going to call it that, though. You're at one death. You have 2 more deaths to go.
Oh no.
On the bright side, you'll get to see Helm.
and your favorite owl buddy.
Sir Hoodington may be making a repeat appearance.
Yeah, possibly.
Speaking of that, where's Chip?
Yeah, it's funny you mention that. You hear some chittering. Sure, you're up. There are currently 4 of these things still in the room.
Can I reach someone that looks hurt?
Yeah, one of them, the one that appeared behind Tekken and chucked the things, looks pretty hurt.
Oh, well, if he appeared behind Tekken, then...
Yeah. Sneak attack, maybe?
Yeah,
That will
17.
hit. This sword will hit. 13 damage.
Another 4.
Another 4 damage. Describe, because I'm sure you hate this thing now, your killing blow, Gur. If you'd like to. Not necessary.
This drow is going to get flash frozen and turn into dipping dots, which cascade over the floor.
Man, why you gotta say Dippin' Dots when none are open around here?
And now,
Mhm.
I will use Whales from the Grave on another one.
We'll go after the other one that appeared behind Tortuga.
So they get 14.
Okay.
No, I'm going to mark that as a use.
Tortuga's spirit, which is slowly making its way away from its body, is cheering at you right now.
Alright, now I will rush over to that one. I have another attack. Well, that's a miss, but it was with my freezing sword, so that's okay.
Oh, that's
what?
good. Oh, yeah. So you go to slash with your freezing sword, and oh, you're by Tekken. You're good.
Oh.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Okay.
Bad things don't always have to happen with a critical miss. If you were near Tortuga, it would have been a different story. But you were by Tekken.
Alright, so now I will attack
Wait,
another
what?
one. By Tekken.
Okay. Actually, The other ones are, there is one that was by Tortuga, and then there are two more that are kind of at the other side of the room.
Which one is closest? The Tortuga one?
Definitely the Tortuga.
All right, so I will go in with my Medusa sword.
Oh, and that one doesn't even have to make any more. Oh no, actually, it will when it becomes. That will hit.
Okay. Okay, and that is my turn.
Well, okay. You suddenly see a tiny ethereal dagger go whoop into the room right by your feet. And then Chip suddenly appears, chittering, all happy-like. And
good.
also,
Chip is back. I was
looks-
worried that he got burned.
I was about to say, you notice that some of his hairs are kind of singed, and he's looking not terribly happy. And you hear him give out a little, "Where's Tortuga?" and looks on the ground. Okay, I think that's enough vengeance.
What did you do, Chip?
I went around and I got distracted. You all took a little nap, and I was like, "Ooh, nap! They're taking a nap, so I should go looking around and see if I can find any shiny things." And I went to go towards this giant gold pile, but I remembered that someone said, "Don't touch the gold because that could be very bad." So I did not touch the gold, and instead I started wandering around, and I went up and I went down and I went all around, and I ended back up at that door that was at the ground, and we couldn't get through. And I threw myself against it, hoping maybe I would be big enough to break the door, but I did not break the door. So I ran back up, and then I got lost and did not know where I was. And then eventually I found a room that was on fire, and then I found you all here.
Oh, I'm glad to have you back.
I was on fire. Fire is not good. It hurts.
At some point, we all are.
So Chip looks and says, "Ooh, are these friends?"
Nope.
Ah. Are they? Could they be friends?
We're trying to kill them.
Oh no, that is very sad. And he looks over to one of them. "I am very sorry." And then chucks one of his little blades towards the thing and hits, dealing 9 damage to one of them. And then summons up another little blade and chucks it toward him. And hits for... Oh, wait. I did that back. Damage. And then Chip chitters a little bit. And you see the one that downed Tortuga grabs his head. And he takes 37 damage. His head goes kaboom, and he drops to the ground. And I think that's it for Chip. And Chip says, "Did Chip do good?"
Yes.
And now it is Tekken's turn. Tekken, there are 2 remaining that have not been hurt at all, and Tortuga is currently on the ground, dying.
I guess I'll just attack whichever one's closest.
Okay, you run up. They're side by side, so now you are in range of both of them. Go ahead and make your attacks. Don't roll a 1. That is not a 1. We'll hit 10 damage. That'll also hit.
Alright, spending a key
15
point. Where's my thingy? Armor strike.
That will also hit.
And one more.
Another 15 damage.
Alright.
That will hit for 16 damage. Okay. we go to the one that had just taken damage from you, Tekken. And it summons one of those spears and it chucks it towards you. It misses. It tries to chuck another one towards you. It also misses. And then it gets annoyed and it reaches out with a hand. Can you give. Oh, actually, I just have to make an attack. Oh, hey, look at that. 20. You take 35 damage, necrotic damage, and it looks like this drow has. Oh, no. Looks like this drow has healed, regained some vitality. We'll move on to the next one. And it sees Tortuga on the ground and actually tries to attack it with one of its spears.
Wait, what now? No.
Yeah. Whip. And it misses. And then it uses other attack to try to hit you, Tekken. And it succeeds. Tekken, you take 8 piercing damage plus 26 necrotic. And then if you can give me a Constitution save, it reaches out and places a hand on your shoulder. And luckily, you save. Nothing happens. Next up, we have Tortuga. Please give me a death saving. Hey, one fail, one success. Next up, we have Gur.
All right. I will go after the one next to Tekken.
Okay. That will hit. 10 damage. 60. It is looking not good. One more damage.
And I will use necrotic damage from Whales from the Grave against the other one.
Okay.
It's 13.
13. Nicely done.
That's a limited use, so I gotta mark that off.
Okay.
Now, another attack against the first one.
Okay.
17 hit before, I think.
Will hit. 9 damage. Another 6 damage. It appears to be on its last leg. If this happens, you actually see it vanish.
Ah,
We'll say, as it goes to vanish, though, you swing around and you see the other one, and you hit the other one.
okay. It gets 9. And that's my turn.
9 damage. Tekken. Currently, you see one of these remaining. And there is a downed Tortuga.
Stabilize Tortuga.
I'm gonna use wholeness of
I
body
hear nothing.
to get my HP back because I'm down to 15 right now.
Oh, okay. That's probably a smart choice. Okay. Next up, the one that disappeared suddenly appears behind you and chucks a spear at you. Holy crap, even with advantage, does horrible. First one. Then the next one. Holy crap, and I did horrible with the next one. Wow. Great for you, not for me. Then it reaches out with its hand and touches you on the shoulder. Tekken, can you give me a Constitution save? That is enough. Oh, actually, no. Gotta make a roll. No, I don't, because you saved. It would be half damage, but you got your monk thing, so you're good. Next up, we have a tiny itty bitty squirrel who is very unhappy that his friends are. So he chucks a little small psychic blade at one of them. Hits for 9 damage. Then it chucks another little blade. And hits for 9 damage. And then he gives a little chittering like before. That one. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. So it chitters and it grabs its head. Now it has to make a wisdom save. It definitely does not. And you suddenly see that this one is stunned. And then sneak attack. 31 damage. Both of them do not look like they're doing very good. One of them, however, is stunned. The next one that is stunned can't do anything. So, Tortuga, give me a death save. Hey, that's 2 saves and 1 fail. Next up, we have Gur. Gur, there are currently 2 of them. One of them is stunned. The other is not. They both kind of look like you could sneeze on them and they die.
Well, let's attack the one that is not stunned.
Okay. That's a hit. It's dead.
Oh. Okay. Then let's attack the other one.
That hits. Ten damage. It's dead. But before it dies, it actually points at all of you and calls out something in a language that none of you understand. And you feel a slash along your arms and your face, and you look down and it looks like there's some unusual writing that's actually been carved into you. And then it goes and dies. Luckily they're all dead now. You're not quite sure what these marks on you are anymore, or you're not quite sure what these marks are that are on you. you. But you're getting the feeling it's not a good thing. As strange random marks usually are not good. But luckily, you've gotten past this. You actually see in the middle of the room, it looks like they were getting ready to have a nice big meal, which you might recognize as a hero's feast. Tortuga's still on the ground dying. Tortuga, give me one more death save, please. That's 3 successes. Tortuga is currently stable, but is unconscious at 0 health. So what would you all like to do next?
I would like to search the bodies.
You search through the bodies, and you find a set of prayer beads. You're not sure what divine these might be for, but one of them has the prayer beads. Another has looks like a sacrificial crease, or those wavy blades. And lastly, look here. You also find a small book that looks like it's for someone you've heard of before, called a divine you have heard of before, called the Raven Queen. So one of the bodies had a set of prayer beads, another had that crease, and the third had that book of the Raven Queen. And then the last one had 500 gold. But yes, it looks like there's a nice meal ready to be eaten in the middle of this room. There is also, you can see a door down a small corridor to the west.
All right, I will take 200 gold.
I will give 200 more to Tekken, and I will give the remaining 100 into Tortuga.
Okay.
And then I suggest we all eat and force feed Tortuga the feast.
Okay. So you said you put gold in Tortuga. Did you like shove it into him?
Into his
Like a
alms
suppository.
box.
Alms box? Okay, cool.
Yeah. And by that I really mean his alms box. It's not a euphemism for something else.
I figured.
Tortuga's very happy about that.
Okay. So, Tortuga, this is actually the equivalent of a hero's feast. That has Discord that has been done here. So, yeah, that one. It is there you go. Cured of all diseases, becomes immune to poison, frightened, wisdom saving throws, yada yada. Hit point max. Everyone's hit point max actually will increase by 17.
How bad is everyone hurting right now?
Not as bad as you. I mean, since it's just the 3 of us and we just defeated, an angel and some drow, we could call it. Try to take a rest.
We could do that.
I could tiny hut it and keep us safe.
I am going to start implementing a thingy, which I'm going to try, and we'll see how we like it. And if we don't like it, then we can go back to how I was doing it. But anytime we decide to take a long rest, it will end our session.
I mean, tonight it works, but sometimes I won't say who, but certain spellcasters burn through their spells, and we
Eh,
might.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. Maybe I'll say two. Maybe two long rests. You get two.
Yeah,
sessions.
but I think it might be good to call it tonight.
Or rather than just ending it, we'll go if we get one long rest per session.
Yeah.
Wherever y'all want to use it. Yeah, we can call it for tonight. I'm guessing Tekken sounds of it. Probably you want to get some rest.
What you playing, Tekken?
What do you mean?
I think he's making a assumption that you're distracted playing a bidget game.
No, I wasn't.
No.
Well, cool deal. Good session. Sorry I have to end it earlier than normal tonight.
You're good.
No, it's fine.
Next weekend, there will be no session because Annette and I will be on vacation.
Good for
I will
you.
not be by my laptop.
Awesome.
The following week, however, there will be a session. I think should be. But yeah, so enjoy the free Saturday night. Thank you all for playing. Y'all actually are pretty awesome as a group, and I enjoy DMing for you all. So yeah, have a good night, everybody, and we shall talk soon.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.